Hey y'all, I'm still learning lighting. Hold on, let me close this damn blind in case somebody's a fucking genius stalker and figure out where I live based upon backgrounds and come get deleted from the plan. But anyway, hey y'all. First of all, if you're wondering what the heck is going on with my skin, is this hair breaking me out. I was just in the mirror like squeezing, so you probably see freaking fingernail prints all over my forehead. And then I was like, oh yeah, Nesut Nectar, because I put that stuff on everything. And by the grace of the honey, let me shut this. That will help me due to my stupidity. I haven't had any type of fake hair in a long time, and I went and did it. And for my birthday, of all things, my birthday's in 2 days. Go on, say happy birthday if you want to say something. Since y'all like to get in the comments, tell me happy birthday. Thank you. Tell a mature queen happy birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. But anyway, this footage that I'm about to show you guys, this is from about 2 months ago, like exactly 2 months ago today, when I was taking the Nesut Nectar. I did a whole series of videos on my channel of my 30-day experience using Honduran stingless black bee honey, which is sold under the brand name Nesut Nectar by a health influencer named KT the Arch Degree. So now that we're all caught up, just in case you're not familiar with him, I was using the honey in my eyes. There's purported benefits that it could help with vision impairments, eye diseases, all kinds of things. KT promotes it as something that you can use it as brain food to nourish your brain. It definitely, works with you on a spiritual level as well. And so I had an experience while I was using the Nesut Nectar on my eyes, and also ingesting it and sometimes putting it on my face. I put some on a little scratch that was on my leg, and it healed very rapidly. In my opinion, it healed like overnight. I'm a person who my healing process typically is very slow. And so this was remarkable. It was a remarkable difference for me, right? I know, and everyone is different. So maybe your experience is not going to be the same as mine. Anyway, I ended up having a scratch right here on my wrist, which right now, there's like literally no trace that anything was even there. And I have plenty of scars and things. It's like, for me, every little thing leads to hyperpigmentation, right? And so with the scratch, it's always a cycle of like hypopigmentation leading to hyperpigmentation, and then get out of here. Oh, why are you heavy like that? Me having a situation like right now where I can see no trace of that scratch. And I've had scratches like prior to that and since then, and little injuries. Like for me, an insect bite could be like a 3 to 6 month thing, right? I have a little injury. It could take up to a year for me. That's just how my skin is kind of set up. So for me to say like, okay, I put the Nesut Nectar on something and it's completely gone, I have no trace of it, was really remarkable to me. So I was on the fence though about sharing this story because different one. Well, wait, number one, I was thinking about YouTube because I hope to be monetized at some point in the future, right? So go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Love y'all. And I love you if you don't, but I love you more if you did. Anyway, I wasn't sure if showing something like this would be like against YouTube policy. So I did a little research into that as well, making sure that it was okay by YouTube. Secondly, I was just a little nervous about putting something like this out here because I noticed sometimes like the comments that I get on different videos that I do, I just didn't want to give someone maybe like false hope or something, because sometimes I see in the comments on my videos, people are like, oh, well, would this, I don't know, like, will this regenerate my limb that was amputated or something? That's silly. I'm not saying that in an insensitive way, but it's like people will get these expectations from YouTube videos that maybe it's not going to be exactly like that for you. Now, speaking of which though, KT has spoken about how he had like a really severe burn, and again, you know, with the healing process and the type of burn that I think he said it was like a 3rd degree burn, right? You know, something like that, it's going to be like extensive healing process. You're always probably going to have a scar there, and he's like completely healed, right, by putting the Nesut Nectar on it. So again, you know, the power of our minds is amazing. Natural substances can come in and help. And I just want to go ahead and show you guys, without further ado, this little minor injury that I had, and what happens by using Nesut Nectar. And of course, this is not medical advice. I hope everyone is doing great on their own healing journey. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, I'm trying to get the lighting right to capture this. But basically, I have a little scratch on my arm, probably from playing rough with my cat and shit. But I put some honey on it, probably like 2 hours, maybe an hour ago. And now why is this like Bigfoot footage? And I can see it so clear. Hold on. All right, y'all, so I'm just trying to see, you know, maybe I'm gonna capture something, maybe I'm not, but I have this little scratch. I put Nesut Nectar on it, and it wasn't new. It was I mean, this didn't just happen. It wasn't bleeding, you know what I mean? It was something that was fully scabbed over in the healing process, and I put Nesut Nectar on it about 2 hours ago. After I did my eye drops, like I ate a little, put some on my face, and this happened. So I'm not even sure how exactly to describe this. I don't know if that happened to the scratch I told you guys about on my leg the other night, but now I have something. This is definitely something unusual happening, and I'm going to keep track of this and let you guys know what happens. All right. I don't know how well this is coming across, but it's puffy too. It's like it's puffed up higher than the rest of my skin, and it wasn't puffy. Like I said, it was a flat scab. I mean, I'm so fascinated with this now. Yes, I went and put a little extra honey on it, but literally just a dab, you know, a little single drop is what I put on it. Wasn't really paying any attention or had any intention of anything happening, but I don't know, y'all, what you think? Something's definitely happening. Something I've never seen before, you know, anything like this. And when I say I put honey on it, like I just smeared honey on it. I didn't, you know, disturb the scab or rub on it or pick the scab or anything like that. So I never do that anyway. And this is what's going on. And I mean, even if I think if I had picked a scab, I'm not a scab picker, I don't know, but I don't know, just never seen anything like this. Very interesting to me. I'm, like I said, so fascinated by it. And I could even feel it a little bit. Maybe it's just because I'm like hyper aware about it, but yeah. All right, I'll keep y'all posted. I don't go on forever about this. All right, it's day 29. It's kind of bittersweet. I'm actually a little bit sad that I'm going to be taking a break from putting the nectar in my eyes for a while, but the benefits have been amazing. I'm sure we're getting into all that in this video. I'm just gonna put a little in my smoothie bowl. Oh yeah, and so that scratch that I was looking at last night, God, y'all, I laid in the bed. I had my arm stretched out like on its own pillow with the Nesut Nectar that I had added. You know, with the Nesut Nectar, I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to disturb it. Of course, I ended up falling asleep and woke up glued to my sheets on my pillow because the honey has spread everywhere, but no miraculous healing so far. Like I was telling you guys about that one scratch that I put it on the first time, that it basically like healed overnight. But that one, like I said, I really think it's about timing with this. If you catch it when something just right as it happens, you know what I mean? But it definitely did something last night. You guys could see, you know, it was doing something. Now the question is exactly what was it doing? And yes, I'm early, y'all. Valentine's coming. I know. Valentine's is bad. Everything's bad. Holidays bad. But, you know, I like to tap into the positivity of it all. Because there's one thing about what's the origins of it and then what people believe and what they've been dealing with for centuries, you know, that becomes real too. I'm watching right now A.A. Rashid and 19 Keys interview. Very interesting. Got me feeling all philosophical. All right, y'all, I'm about to go eat my bowl. I'll let you know, keep you guys updated, let you know what happens with this beautiful little scratch.
Sorry about it, boss. I caught this punk selling.
You see? Oh, there we go. So, I don't know. I really have a feeling, can you see the scab and you see where a little bit of it has come off? Again, I'm being really good about, hold on, because I'm not about to get flagged for Rick and Morty. All right, so here's that scab from last night, and you can see where part of it's missing, right? The very end of it is missing and kind of the middle of it is missing. And I know with the flash on, it looks maybe still irritated, still red, but I think similar to that other scratch that I had, it's healing a little differently, but it's really, can I really capture this? Okay, oh, that's better. Yeah, you can kind of see, I mean, it is a little bit maybe a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but then sometimes, some ways I look at it, it looks like it does match. Basically, my point right now is like, it looks like that scab is just gonna fall off and it's essentially healed. So yeah, put honey on the wounds. I've heard about honey, just honey in general being good for wounds and stuff, but I've never actually tried it. So I can't speak to whether the Nesut Nectar, I definitely think it accelerated my healing. You guys saw it did something. I don't know. It was like, I don't know if that was maybe cleaning the scratch, the scab or whatever, like activated maybe some healing process in my body. And oh wait, and so whatever, you know, that stuff that was coming out, it was almost like a jelly consistency, very gelatinous. It was very interesting. Like, I just haven't ever seen anything like that coming out of a scratch or a wounds or anything before. Yeah, so not only, like I spoke about a few minutes ago, where, you know, I seem to get like hyperpigmentation and just all kind of issues. I mean, just from braiding hair, right? I have like this massive breakout. It's like my skin is just very sensitive. And of course, I don't always do everything to respect and honor that. Like, I went out and got hair put in my head out of a pack, and now it's giving me a bad reaction. You know what I mean? But yeah, it just seems like I'm very sensitive. Like, I always come up with like bruises, cuts, scrapes, all kinds of things, like just these phantom injuries, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm injury prone. Why it sort of was, it wasn't bleeding. I don't even know how to describe that, but it was definitely doing something, and it was kind of raised and kind of like tingly and itchy like. And then it was, you know, again, flat today, and looks like it's gonna be gone. Tomorrow I'm gonna put a little more honey on it, and I'll let you guys know. All right, y'all, I'm trying my best with this. I know this is not the best footage, especially the early ones, but you can see, so the scab came off, and basically my point, like you can see right here, this is something older, right? Where it was scabbed over, the scab came off, and it's now white, and it's gonna be like that for a while, weeks, maybe a month or two, you know what I mean? But this, where I use the honey, it's very much closer to like my normal skin tone. Also with this one, you know, I might, good grief. You know, oh, what cat, what, man, what? Yeah, so I think it just really took a lot of time off my healing process, you know what I mean? And off my healing process. Maybe the one on my leg, maybe the scab came off sooner, because, you know, I was telling y'all, it was like you see this little white kind of crusty stuff on my arm right here. Yes, I did just shower and moisturize and everything, but that's there, you know, that's how that other one was, where it was just that little white crusty and there's nothing else. So maybe that one, because it was on my leg, the scab probably came off just from like friction, bathing, I don't know. But this one, I could more keep an eye on it and make sure I didn't mess with the scab, but pretty much same result, except that it seemed like it took a little longer, where, you know, the scab is off, and instead of getting something like this, and y'all, yes, I know I shouldn't be fucking putting my arm in my cat's mouth or paws or whatever. Or anyway, I've been doing it since I was a little girl, so fight me, bite me. And anyway, yeah, so definitely took some time off my healing process. I've never used honey in general, like, you know, the teddy bear honey or any manuka honey, any type of honey on an injury. So with this being my first experience with honey on an injury, I don't know if this is just normally what honey would do or if it's something special about the stingless black bee honey. But talk to y'all later. I hope this helps.